In this presentation, we PhD Investment Solutions will attempt to highlight some of the problems associated with traditional budgeting methods.
Let us begin by looking at this example. On Jan 1997, Texas Transportation Commission approved the financing and construction of a toll road by Camino Colombia Inc. near Laredo, Texas. The toll road was open to the traffic by October 2000. The project was expected to reduce traffic congestion and have a better control of truck traffic, but the result did not reach the expectations. Perhaps Commission should have paid more attention before investing. The expected traffic never arrived. Today the future of the road remains uncertain. Now we are going to analyze as to why did such a problem occur.
According to the study conducted, it seems that more than half of the people depend on using one of the traditional budgeting methods like net present value, internal rate of return, discounted cash flow, and payback period for evaluating and deciding on their investments. So it seems that in spite of other alternative budgeting methods available, the traditional budgeting methods are still the most popular methods in current practice.
For any kind of financial investment analysis, the time period is the critical factor. We choose to invest in projects, bonds, annuities, etc. over a certain period of time. We input a specific amount of money into the investment options in expectation of walking away with a good return after the investment period. Our decision to invest is made depending on the result obtained from calculating the present value of our investment. Assuming that you have a certain amount of money for an investment and you expect a future return. The present value of the future return is estimated by using the current market interest rate. This present value will be compared to the money that we wish to invest. If the present value is greater than the money in our hand right now, we go ahead and invest. If the present value is less than the money in our hand right now, we will bid it goodbye. So, what are the problems of the traditional budgeting methods? Let us imagine ourselves in a real-world scenario which will help us to find an answer to the question.
Hi, I'm May. I am a graduate student studying Texas A&M University in College Station. The spring break is just around the corner. I want to attend the concert in Las Vegas during this break. This concert is of my favorite star, Bon Jovi. It's my life, it's now or never. The concert will be held at 10 p.m. on March 13. March 13. March 13? Oh my god. There will be an exam on March 12. How could I take the exam just before the spring break? Oh no, though it will be a very tight trip. Okay, I will travel by my car. I decide to search the route by Google Maps and carry this map for my trip. I find the route to Las Vegas, which will take 22 hours. Here is my expenditure plan. The total cost sums up $1,000.
Let us now summarize the analogies of our example relating to the decisions for an investment. The execution of the project equals to the traveling from College Station to Las Vegas, and the execution time equals the travel time.
The capital that can be invested in the project will contribute towards the price of traveling from College Station to Las Vegas.
The budgeting method is equal to looking at the Google Maps and deciding on one route and traveling by a car. The project is finally attending the concert. Let us see what happens ahead.
Finally, today is March 12. After I took an exam, I start to drive to Las Vegas. I have to stay one night at the midpoint on the way. Unexpectedly, the motel price is really higher than I estimated. While I am driving, I want to refill car's fuel tank. Oh, the fuel price in Nevada is 50% higher than in College Station. After filling, I encountered toll booths on my way. I should make a payment to go ahead. Suddenly, I feel the speed is slowing down. That's because the part of the road is under construction and the drivers should use only one lane. While I feel nervous of being late because only few hours are left. To make matters worse, the heavy rains start. Finally, I fail to go to concert and I'm stuck with these turtles.
A love song, like the way it's meant to be.
So now let's look at some of the favorable options. Searching for different routes for reaching the same destination. In this case, if we come across a roadblock, we can choose another decided route for travel. Before choosing a route for travel, we can analyze the expenses for each of the routes and then take a more informed decision. This will automatically add to the certainty in completing of the project. The another option is that we can decide another alternative modes of travel. By making an initial investment in traveling by air, we can eliminate the expenditure related to motels, fuel price, and also reduce the tiredness due to the travel. In turn, this will greatly reduce the probability of default of the project. Also, if we decide to travel by air, then we have some time in our hands to wait and buy the most profitable air tickets. We can also choose to travel by a particularly highly maintained route and reach the destination in time. Therefore, the options suggested bring in a greater degree of certainty in reaching our destination.
Now, consider another possibility. After the estimation, we decide that it is expensive to attend the concert and you use these available funds for your college expenses. But you fail to realize that a similar concert will happen in 1 month again, and now the funds are not available with you for attending the same. Let us now refer our example to the real world situations.
Like our plan chosen for traveling, there are always plenty of options we can alter our decision and affect our cost and time. Probably considering some other routes as alternative options could have allowed us to attend the concert with less cost and time. Such options are usually available for any project and they change the project's present value. Using traditional budgeting methods as an investment criteria only excludes the value of any real option that may exist within the investment. Neglecting these factors could usually lead to lose a good project or take a bad one. The biggest disadvantage of depending on traditional budgeting method is its sensitivity to discount rate, which heavily rely on future events, and every little change in our forecast of future could make a lot of difference in our evaluation. So a greater level of uncertainty will always be embedded in our results. This is exactly similar to our plan for travel, which clearly shows that every little event can stop our travel and bring in unexpected change. Our plan for travel was based on current data and didn't count the future events. For example, we never anticipated that we will pay the toll at the new toll booth for the selected route. Traditional budgeting looks backward and depends on historical data. Future situations are neglected and therefore can cause a lot of uncertainty in our estimation. We can assume that we choose a long distance route without a toll because it looks more economical at first. However, if we choose a shorter route in spite of charging a toll fee, we could get our destination earlier and make our trip much more enjoyable. It is a more fruitful way than choosing a toll-free route and probably missing the concert. For example, in biotech industry, most of the projects are not economical at first, but then as a result of a growth in future demands, they change to profitable ventures.
Similar to our method for evaluation of our trip, we are not able to capture that risk could be changed during the project. These methods assume risk to be constant through the duration of the project, which is obviously wrong. With the traditional budgeting method, the project size is usually not considered. It means when you compare the investment with $10,000 to the other investment with just $1,000, net present value method could give same value for both of them. Net present value method is expressed in terms of dollars, not as a percentage. It will lead to poor perception of the value of the product.
Today, investment is different from before. Volatility of the market and the unforeseen changes in its trend can affect investment results. In this complicated environment, using simple traditional budgeting methods could lead an investor to neglect many opportunities that could be around and lose their competitive capability in comparison to the rivals, or even make some poor investment decisions.